The physiology program, first of all, is a medical science discipline. So the first thing that would attract anybody, I think, is simply that physiology is a discipline that they're interested in. I like the people that work in physiology, in addition to the subject and the kinds of things that we get to study, the kinds of things we get to teach. The people that are in that department are a great deal of fun to work with. They're bright, they're talented, they're generous, they're motivated, and it's a good group to be around. It's a good group to train students with. It's a good group to plan experiments with. Folks are interested not just in solving the problems that go on in their laboratory, but working together to solve the problems that are presented to us as a unit.
My experience here has been excellent. The faculty here are very knowledgeable and very approachable. That's the reason even after I did my master's, I stuck around here to do my PhD here, because I felt this is a great place for me to do my project and also to do it with ease.
You spend a lot of your time in classes. When you're not in the classroom, you're studying for classes. When you're not studying for classes, you're in the lab trying to get a grasp on what your research is going to be about. ECU also offers a lot of activities for students and graduate students, and some of the professional students here as well. And so I've been to a couple of events that they have tried to use to facilitate professional students meeting graduate students. And those kinds of things are nice. It's really hard when you're busy to make time to meet other people. And I think they offer some programs that are good at that.
What I like about our program is that it's small. And small gives you certain things. It takes away other things, but what small gives you is direct access to faculty. What small gives you is a lot of hands-on opportunities, a lot of hands-on experiences. All of our graduate students have been very complimentary about the things they actually physically know they can do for themselves if they absolutely have to. And they're known for their capacity to be independent thinkers, creative thinkers, but also their ability to solve problems and create solutions for those problems on their own.
I have to say, like, the format of the PhD program is very flexible. For me, for example, most students would do rotations in different labs in this department, but because when I first got into this program, I'm very interested in stem cell study, and at that moment, there's no lab in this department is really doing stem cell study, so I got the chance to go to other department.
In our program, we have to take the classes and also the lab work. We have lab rotations. So I think that's a really good combination for me, because I didn't have a big exposure in the lab work, but once I came here, I'm doing lab rotations, and so I'm finding it very helpful. And even the classes, they have courses to teach you about the techniques and the basics behind them.
My research is concerned with modulating neuronal activity with external modalities, mainly time-varying magnetic fields.
My track is a little unique, though, because I'm doing a little pharmacology-based and toxicology-based studies that make it a nice interdisciplinary approach to the PhD program in physiology. What that entails is the mentor I'm working with, Dr. Chris Wingard, has a R01 NIH grant to study the impacts of multi-walled carbon nanotube exposure on the cardiovascular system, since much of the research in that field is focused on the outcomes in the lungs.
Some of the projects I've been involved with, I did a rotation in Dr. David Brown's lab, looking at whole heart preps on the Langendorf, so doing whole heart cardiovascular work. And then in my lab, some of the stuff that we do here, we do in vitro work with vascular spoon muscles, looking at vascular growth and migration and the aspects that are involved there. And I do a lot of biochemistry like kinases and kinase signaling and work there. We do whole animal surgeries, survival surgeries, where we go in and do like a balloon endarterectomy. So there's a lot of, even in our lab itself, there's a lot of kind of avenues that you can go and spend a lot of time in, but it's nice because they really help us focus on bringing it back to the whole animal and making it translational in terms of a clinical aspect. The things that are being researched currently in our department are fairly cutting edge. A lot of professors carry R01s or other large NIH-funded grants, and which kind of speaks for itself.
There is an academic threshold we need to see. There is a background in science that's necessary if you're going to be able to go forward. But beyond that, the attributes are really, are you excited to learn? Are you passionate about really wanting to apply yourself to this? Because it's a competitive place. This isn't an easy thing to do as a career, but it's a wonderful opportunity